Controversy as Obaseki's form submitted to Inec shows he did not attend primary school. The end has not heard about Obaseki's educational qualifications and certificates, as fresh facts available shows that the governor and his deputy Philip Shaibu might be in for a long thing. Could it really be that they have both purchased an expired ticket from PDP? Obaseki did not attend primary school as evident in the form he submitted to Inec. While Shaibu doesn't have a secondary school certificate, he submitted a testimonial which only proves attendance. So herein lies the problem. It is possible for Obaseki to have attended secondary school without having to... Is it possible for him to have attended secondary school without having to attend a primary school? It is quite puzzling, and we have never heard of anything like this before. What we are used to is primary school as the foundation for educational pursuit. Well, maybe we now have a new prerequisite on the qualifications tenable for candidates to be able to contest general elections. Then that of Shaibu is another matter totally. How can you just submit a testimonial as your secondary school certificate? Okay, it seems we are in for another round of litigations. Well, it is not really a big deal. One thing I just understand, not really big deal in the sense that we know what we've been facing, what we have been going through in this country, that the unqualified are the ones who are ruling the qualified. If you are not qualified, they are the ones. That is why we see that things are not moving forward in this country. Even the ones that are qualified, they compromise at the end of the day, in their dealings. So the unqualified ones are the ones who have been at the end of affair in this country. But judging from what we are hearing, what would have happened? How possible is that somebody, of course, maybe he didn't have to submit his primary whatever school certificate, who knows? But what happened? Why? What? Because the reason why things are not going on well in this country, why everything is in disarray, what now happened in 2016? That is the question. That means if really what we are hearing now is anything to go by, meaning that a lot of things went wrong in the last election, all of them are just covering themselves. But in my opinion, I think he might not want to. I'm just trying to look at everything holistically. I don't belong to anybody. We have to look at everything objectively, because if at all we want to go with what we are hearing now, if some people are not just writing just to, because this is the campaign time, everything will be coming up to discredit or their opponents. It's allowed, it's expected that it will be coming up, but we still need to look at this whole thing. If he did not submit, it's possible he did not submit his certificate, a primary school certificate, because without a primary school, how do you go to this thing? So does it mean he was just at home doing nothing, and when he just was like 12 years or how many years in those days, you just go to secondary school? Is that possible? That is a question for us to answer. So why is it that all of these things are now coming up now? I know that one will be resolved. We are going to hear more of that later. But another thing, if we talk about Shaibu again, according to the constitution that I even heard from what is this man's name, when he was defending Buhari, Festus Keyamo, he said the constitution states that it's just for you to attend. It doesn't mean you have to bring certificate, just for you to attend. That is what they said. And that is how they have bastardized the educational system in this country. Just for you to attend. Where is that done? But that is what they have put there. But for them to change it is a problem. Even because it was when Buhari's case came up that time, that was when we started hearing a lot of things, and we were like, really? And that's why you see that these people are so bold, because a lot of shenanigans are inside that constitution or law, and they don't want to change it. And it goes to the extent of the way economy is being managed, the remuneration of all this political whatever. They will tell you all of those things. All of those things are inside the constitution. By the time you get to see the whole thing, you just be laughing. And they will be laughing. You'll be surprised, because ordinarily it's not ought to be. You will see that before you can even get a good job anywhere in the world, even in Nigeria, you have to have a quality education, a quality certificate. But we see those who are the top, the highest position in the country, see what they have pegged it to. I'm just trying to go around the whole thing. So if they want to come about this whatever, of course they can come and debunk it. But if we are to go back what we are hearing, you will find out that, of course, they just say just for you to attend. You don't even need to have certificate. I'm talking of the case of a Shaibu. So by and large, everything has been bastardized in this country. There is nothing you can hold on to say, oh, in this area, yes, things are going fine. In this area, things are working fine. No, they will model everything up. They will model it up. So this issue of whether he certificate or he did not attend primary school or he attended primary school, by the time they will come and tell you that he does not have to submit, he doesn't even have to submit his primary school certificate. You're going to be hearing marvelous things, a lot of discipline. And that is why when these politicians, once they are not together, you begin to hear most of the atrocities they have committed in the past. But as soon as you see that they are not getting along, they will begin to expose themselves. They will begin to expose themselves. And it cuts across a board. Okay, let's hear what people are saying here. Before you keep insulting the writer, look at credential he based his argument on. Of a truth, it shows he didn't attend primary school. My brother, if you're sure of what you write, take your complaint to the Inec. Don't you know that primary school certificate is not a requirement to attend a secondary school? Okay. Someone is saying that, can you listen to yourself? Bunches of criminals and looters. Bros, don't worry, their oga might have told them before now. I mean Buhari. Birds of the same feathers flock together. A scammer like you will always see nothing bad in fraud. Okay, must one attend village primary school before WASC? Which certificate did Buhari present? One can decide to write WAEC without primary school. You can imagine. That is why I'm telling you, everything has been bastardized. And the foreign people, the international community, they will be hearing all of this. We think maybe we are in our corner, in our zone. Even before the coming of this social media, people still get their facts. People still get information around the world. Not to talk of the era of social media. They will just be looking at us, and you expect them to respect us. They can't respect us. That's why you can when you take your certificate down outside the country, nobody respects it. You can imagine that this kind of a thing is happening even from the president to down to anybody, whether local government council or local government chairman to council. All of this is discrepancy in certificates. If you know that you are not qualified, just sit back. Just sit back. A lot of things have happened that we don't take seriously. It's unfortunate that this kind of a thing has been happening and is still happening. They will bring it from the angle of law, this and this and this. It should not even be what we are supposed to be talking about at this age and time. If this is what we are still dwelling on, that means we are not ready to do anything. We are not ready to change. We are not ready to move forward as a country. But at this stage, we have not gone beyond presenting good candidates. At this stage, we are still talking about darkness. We are still talking about electricity failure. We are still talking about not having modern day infrastructure. We are not ready to do anything. And you see the people who are living in affluence, living in plenty. That is all what they want. Everybody wants to be there. So I'm not even surprised. We are still going to be hearing a lot of things. We are going to be hearing a lot of things concerning this Edo politics and Ondo politics as well, especially where Edo. It's like Edo is even more tougher than Ondo State as we speak. So you think Obaseki is what? An angel? PDP are not serious. PDP people are not serious. More especially those that step down for him. Their eyes will open at last. There are no issues with this. Some people did not finish primary school before getting admitted to secondary school. As for Shaibu, secondary school leaving testimony is enough as evidence of education up to school certificate level. You don't need an examination certificate. The only thing this has shown is that those mocking Oshomole's educational profile are unworthy to do so. They said just for you to attend. It's just for you to attend that you just attended, you pass through this thing. It's unfortunate. Okay, APC whalers. Disputes between you and who? When a whole president can rule for 2 terms without even a baptismal certificate, isn't it clear that there no longer can be disputes on certificates? All these are for the fear of Obaseki winning again, and you have a great reason to worry because he will win again. We should try to be objective. The writer posted the form filled and submitted. Okay, to INEC by the governor, and some are saying it's false instead of verifying it. If Obaseki doesn't have certificate issues, why didn't he submit this higher certificate this time around? APC with propaganda news. Is not in electoral law that if you have a G4 testimonial is qualified you to contest, or it is not same submitted when contesting in APC? It is better to face your campaign for your candidates and leave the rest for INEC to do its job. APC failure. Someone say your highly qualified anointed candidate is a fake, suspected fraudster with a EFCC case hanging on him. Edo people should be pitied to allow such character preside over them. You people are wasting your time. Secondary school is the highest qualification needed, and it is not a must that you have that certificate. Go and read your constitution very well. He attended secondary school. That is what the constitution says, just for you to attend. That is what they told us when this whole saga came for, the Buhari saga certificate and all of that. That was what we were like dumbfounded. And people are like, okay, since that is what they put in place, then we have to make changes. Till today, nobody is saying anything. The people who are in House of Rep, the lawmakers, nobody is saying anything. They are not bothered. Till now, nobody is even saying, let us change all of those things. Let us upgrade the whole thing. Leave Obaseki and Shaibu alone. Whatever they submitted, it is INEC that has the final say. All this propaganda for just election, God have mercy. Ask Buhari to present his own certificate, if any. Okay. 1983 to 1989, nothing like senior secondary school has appeared in the testimonial. The testimonial needed to be investigated. Of what value is the primary certificate? Leave this man alone. Go for substance, not form. Please let him alone. President Buhari presented pictures of him and his classmates as evidence of him attending school in place of certificates, and Supreme Court of Nigeria said it is okay. Obaseki to me does not have problems. You see how this whole thing has they've modeled up everything. Can you imagine? And the Supreme Court accepted it. Then why can't they change it? And that is why when we talk about a precedent, these are the things we are talking about. People will not be referring, because when it happened to the Oga at the top, nobody said anything, and you want things to be normal. Of course, we are supposed to change things now, but it's not everybody that has that tendency or that mind to do the right thing. And those who are not ready to do the right thing, they will be referring to those who have done wrong in the past. It's not that one should be encouraging that, but let them even change the constitution, because the constitution says just for you to attend. We're like, wow, like seriously? So guys, let's hear your opinion. Leave your comment below in the comment section.